An Illinois mayor is getting national attention for the way that she's spending taxpayer dollars.
WGN Investigates has learned South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard has lost another key ally. Until recently, Henyard enjoyed near unanimous support on the Thornton Township Board, but now trustee Carmen Carlisle says after trusting Henyard and remaining silent, she will be a whistleblower against Henyard.
As information that indicates the FBI has launched an investigation into controversial Dolton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
You won't believe what the FBI just uncovered in a small town mayor's home. When they raided Tiffany Henyard's houses, they stumbled upon millions in cash, hidden like a scene from a blockbuster heist. As the town of Dolton drowns in debt, this super mayor has been living large on taxpayer dollars, funding lavish vacations, designer shopping sprees, and even splurging $500,000 to repave her mom's driveway. The question now is, how did it all spiral this far? And can Henyard escape the mounting federal investigation before her empire crumbles? Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles, your ultimate source for all the jaw-dropping celebrity scandals and Hollywood drama you can't stop talking about. From secret affairs and explosive feuds to shocking arrests and career-ending controversies, we cover the stories that leave you speechless. If you live for the drama and crave the real behind-the-scenes scoop, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all the chaos in the world of fame. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single headline. It all started with a knock at Tiffany Henyard's door that no one expected. The FBI, armed with a warrant, stormed her home in Dolton, Illinois, a small town just outside Chicago. What they uncovered sent shockwaves through the community. This wasn't just an investigation into minor corruption. It was the discovery of millions of dollars hidden away money that had no clear source. The raid wasn't random. Rumors had been swirling about Henyard's financial dealings for months. People had noticed her spending habits were a little too extravagant for a mayor of a struggling town, but no one expected this. Stacks of cash, financial documents, and records of questionable transactions were found during the raid, raising immediate suspicions. How did this money get there? And why was the mayor of a small town hoarding such a massive fortune? The answers weren't immediate. But the FBI wasn't going to stop until they uncovered the full story. While Dolton's residents were trying to make ends meet, Henyard was living in a world far removed from their struggles. Lavish vacations, high-end shopping sprees, and extravagant home improvements became her norm. One of the most striking examples, a $500,000 driveway she built for her mother, funded by taxpayer dollars. Yes, $500,000 for a driveway. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Henyard's spending habits were excessive in every way. She wasn't just enjoying the perks of office, she was abusing them. Fancy dinners at five-star restaurants, stays in luxury hotels, and designer clothes. Everything was paid for by the very people she was supposed to be serving. While the town of Dolton struggled under a crushing $3.5 million debt, Henyard was throwing around taxpayer money like it was her personal piggy bank. This isn't just a story of corruption. It's a story of betrayal. Henyard was elected to lead Dolton out of hard times, but instead she chose to enrich herself at the expense of the community. As Henyard indulged in her high-flying lifestyle, the cracks in Dolton's finances grew wider. The town has been in a financial crisis for years, but under Henyard's leadership, things took a nosedive. Today, Dolton faces a deficit of more than $2 million, with unpaid bills piling up for basic services like street paving and infrastructure repairs. Local businesses are struggling, crime rates are rising, and residents are frustrated. The roads are in poor condition, public services are underfunded, and the town's debt keeps growing. For many, Dolton feels like a sinking ship, and Henyard is at the helm, steering it toward disaster. It wasn't supposed to be this way. When Henyard came into office in 2021, she promised to revitalize the town, improve housing, and take care of the town's most vulnerable residents. including seniors and veterans. But those promises have proven to be nothing more than empty words. Instead of focusing on rebuilding Dolton, Henyard focused on building up her own wealth. To understand how things got this bad, we have to go back to the beginning of Henyard's political career. She wasn't always seen as the villain. In fact, when she was first appointed as mayor in 2021 following the death of former Mayor Frank Zuccarelli, many Dolton residents were hopeful. She came into office with a fresh perspective, speaking passionately about the town's future. But Henyard didn't stop at just being mayor. She quickly expanded her influence by becoming the supervisor of Thornton Township as well, a position that added another $200,000 to her salary. She even branded herself as the super mayor, a title that came with more power, more influence, and, of course, more money. At first, Henyard seemed like a leader on a mission. Her energetic style and bold promises made her a popular figure. She vowed to clean up Dolton's politics, improve housing, and revitalize the town's economy. Residents bought into her vision, but over time, it became clear that something was off. As her power grew, so did the controversies surrounding her leadership. Slowly but surely, her promises of reform gave way to accusations of financial misconduct and corruption. The first signs of trouble appeared when Henyard's administration began to unravel. Her leadership style quickly turned hostile toward anyone who dared to question her. Public officials who spoke out against her policies were fired, employees were harassed, and critics were intimidated. Henyard wasn't just a corrupt leader. She was a ruthless one. Then came the scandals. One of the most egregious was how Henyard handled donations to her charity, the T. Henyard Care Foundation. On the surface, the charity appeared to be a worthy cause, aimed at helping breast cancer patients. But as investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a dark truth. Donations were coming from taxpayer funds and being used to fund Henyard's personal expenses. The charity was supposed to provide aid to those in need, but instead, it became a front for Henyard's lavish lifestyle. She used the money to fund her travel, hotel stays, and meals during what she claimed were business trips. It's a level of exploitation that goes beyond just financial greed. It's a moral betrayal of the very people she claimed to serve. Henyard's misuse of public funds didn't stop with her luxury purchases. She also funneled an extraordinary amount of money into her own security detail. It's not uncommon for public officials to have some level of protection, but Henyard's measures were over the top, even for a big city mayor, let alone one in a small town like Dolton. She created a 24/7 security team that cost the town over $1 million. One officer alone logged 303 hours of overtime in just 2 weeks, earning a mind-boggling $113,000. Think about that there are only 336 hours in 2 weeks, meaning the officer would have had to work almost non-stop. Clearly, something wasn't adding up. Henyard wasn't just protecting herself, she was asserting dominance. The excessive security wasn't a necessity, it was a show of power. She wanted to project an image of being untouchable, a leader who couldn't be questioned or challenged. But behind the facade, her empire was crumbling. As Henyard's administration unraveled, it wasn't just the FBI who started taking notice. Dolton residents and former employees began filing lawsuits against her, accusing her of wrongful termination, retaliation, and even harassment. One trustee, who openly opposed Henyard's decisions, claimed that Henyard sent the police to her house as an intimidation tactic. Local businesses who opposed Henyard's policies found themselves suddenly unable to get the licenses they needed to operate. Employees who refused to spy on Henyard's political opponents were fired without explanation. It was clear that Henyard had no intention of tolerating dissent. The lawsuits piled up, painting a picture of a mayor who was not only corrupt but vengeful. For Henyard, leadership wasn't about serving the public, it was about consolidating power and silencing critics. With the town of Dolton facing financial ruin and a mayor mired in scandal. The FBI is now investigating every aspect of Henyard's administration. The millions of dollars found during the raid were just the beginning. The investigation is expanding to include her personal business dealings, financial statements, and her involvement with the T. Henyard Care Foundation. Even more troubling for Henyard is the fact that her former right-hand man, Keith Freeman, has agreed to cooperate with federal investigators. Freeman, who was recently indicted for bankruptcy fraud, could provide crucial information that could bring down Henyard's entire operation. The FBI has issued subpoenas, and they are determined to follow the money trail wherever it leads. Henyard's time in office is under a microscope, and with each new piece of evidence, the case against her grows stronger. As the FBI digs deeper into Henyard's corrupt dealings, the residents of Dolton are left to wonder what's next for their town. The financial mess Henyard left behind won't be easy to fix. With millions in debt, unpaid bills, and a broken infrastructure, Dolton is in desperate need of new leadership. The people of Dolton have been betrayed, but they're also resilient. There's still hope for recovery, but it will take time, hard work, and a complete overhaul of the town's leadership. Henyard's downfall may be the first step in Dolton's long road to recovery. But the question remains, will Henyard face the consequences of her actions? Or will she find a way to evade accountability once again? Thanks for tuning in. If you want more updates on this case and other shocking stories from the world of celebrity drama, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll catch you in the next video.